November 12th, 2007. Super Mario Galaxy is released in North America 12 days after releasing in Japan. It quickly became the 9th top-selling game for the Wii, selling 12.8 million copies worldwide. The people were loving it. It also became the 9th best-sold game of 2007 in general. IGN gave it a 9.7 out of 10 and called it the pinnacle of three-dimensional run-and-jump gameplay. With all that buzz, Nintendo knew they were onto something, and that some type of follow-up could be a one-way street to Moneytown. Originally, the team wanted to make an updated and improved version of Super Mario Galaxy called Super Mario Galaxy More, or occasionally Super Mario Galaxy 1.5. Anything that might have been scrapped due to limitations with time could be added to Super Mario Galaxy 1.5, like a Mario Head planet or the addition of Yoshi. The planned time frame for this updated Galaxy game was a year, but after coming up with so many new ideas, like new power-ups and levels, the team eventually decided to switch the plan over into a full-fledged sequel instead of just a 1.5. Or I guess you could call it a sequel. After the universe getting recreated in the first game, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is more of a retelling of the events in Galaxy 1. It's like the first game, but better. They worked with the things they did right, and worked on the things they did wrong. That mixed with game mechanics, like the rock mushroom or the cloud flower, just makes this game an absolute masterpiece from the Miyamoto man himself. Now you might be mumbling to yourself, "Oh my god, Seth, your nostalgia goggles are so foggy with nostalgia." And to that I would say, fuck you. Because I hooked up my old childhood Wii to replay the game. Me and my big brother Nick used to play this thing all the time. But if you know anything about me and Nick back in our glory days, you would know that we did not take good care of our games and we just put them in whatever case we wanted to. So now I just have to look through this basket of Wii games and I'll be set. Where is my game? Okay, so I don't have the game. I looked through all the games and it's not there. So I went on GameStop.com and I purchased a pre-owned copy of the game. That cost me a lot of money. I don't remember how much, but I'll put the price right there. All that money for a pre-owned game from over 10 years ago. Who else but Nintendo, am I right? I think it's coming in like 3 days, so I'm just gonna... It came! It took about 4 days. I'm wearing the same shirt, but I promise I washed it. I am not dirty. It's in there. I don't know if they test these or not, but it's pre-owned, so it better freaking work, dude. But, yeah, let's take this puppy for a spin.
Super Mario Galaxy! Woohoo!
It works. Boom. Title screen. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Exactly what the game is. Same controls and premise, but again. Press A and B and make a new save file. Obviously, I had to make mine Luigi. The game starts with Princess Peach inviting Mario over for some cake. Bruh. And to watch some shooting stars at the castle. Then you find yourself in a familiar 2D Mario setup, just like any Super Mario Bros. Game. Then it's like 2.5D. Then, oh my god, it's Bowser. Who would have guessed? And he kidnapped the princess? No, what the heck? And he's huge. What? He takes Peach, then flies away. You walk up to the castle and one of the Lumas turns into one of those like flying star thingies, and you fly off into space. Straight into the game. Sure, this game doesn't have as much story as the first one, but whatever, it's a sequel, I already know the backstory. The first level is another Pee-wee Piranha boss battle, just like in the first game. Like I was saying earlier, working with what they did right. The Pee-wee Piranha boss battles are great. Why fix it if it's not broken? You gotta spin around and break his egg, and then he gets all sad. Not complex, but I think it works well as a way to remind the player how the mechanics work without making them play a tutorial or something like that. When you finish the battle and collect the star, the Lumas bring you back to their ship that looks like a planet. There you meet the captain named Lubba. He decides to let you run the ship if you collect the power stars around the universe. Then they will help you save Princess Peach. After this exchange, the Lumas go Super Saiyan and magically turn their ship into a model of Mario's head. Man, I have so many memories in this place. This is 100% the best hub world in any Mario game to date. I vividly remember trying to jump into this chimney to get into the fuel room. It took me a lot of tries back in the day, but this time I could probably do it in about 5. I remember wondering why Mario says ow so weirdly when he's trying to climb onto something. Yow! I also remember wondering why the sky is blue if I'm supposed to be in space. It's okay though. I like the detail the development team put into this little place. I like to talk to all the Lumas who are spread throughout the ship. I also think this Lubba Bubba guy is just a pretty cool guy. He just chills out all the time. When you go in the pipe in Mario's left ear, you meet this big Luma who will eat your star things to give you dice. Or so I thought. I gave him my star bits and then he turned into the dice. Then the dice disappeared. I thought I killed him, then he just respawned. So I guess he's okay. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of the game. Yoshi Star Galaxy. I bet you can't guess who we meet there. You start in a little area near some bones and whatever. You make your way past some piranha plants and you see this wizard bitch. He don't scare me. I turn him into a vegetable and holy shit, it's Yoshi and Yoshi Star Galaxy. What the heck is going on? I make my way down the level and this little cow thing starts sucking me. I make my way over to the 2D level looking place with these spiders that I kill type shit. And then I swing around with Yoshi's big red tongue and I break open the shard thing and bam! I'm 1 star richer already. Next up, in Spin Dig Galaxy, you start off on this little planet with some craters on it. This is where we are introduced to the spin drill. It lets you drill underground to the other side of the planet, but you have to do it without getting hit by these things called Digga. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna say that on the internet. In this first part of the level, you have to drill on the opposite side of the planet to get up to the big tower things. Then the Luma at the top turns himself into a star thing so you can proceed to the rest of the level. In this next part of the level, you have to do almost the same thing, but find a way to get to the top of this hill thing. I like when 3D Mario games have puzzles like this. It makes them a little more challenging and time consuming for what I would assume to be a kid's game. Over in this little mini game portion, they give you a star to kill all of the flower things, then give you 3 1-ups. That's just 3 lives for free. And if you get the 3 lives, then kill yourself, then that's 2 lives, then you can go back and do it all again for another 2 lives. And just keep doing that over and over and over again for infinite lives. Then you meet Captain Toad, and after that, it's time for a boss battle. You get a spin drill again, and he goes in circles drilling these, are you f***ing with me? Into the ground. But eventually, when he's done, you have to use the drill to hit the glass bottom of him where the star is. While doing this, you have to avoid the enemies, and after 3 hits, the star is yours. I think this boss battle is very fun and makes use of the spin drill in the best way possible. I like how the whole level before this prepares the user for this part and how to beat the boss. Honestly, it's perfect level design in my opinion. It's a real beauty. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask was created using the same engine as The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. During the development of Super Mario Galaxy 2, the team working on the game referred to Majora's Mask often because Super Mario Galaxy 2 also uses the same engine as Super Mario Galaxy 1. So they used the experience from Majora's Mask on Super Mario Galaxy 2. When it comes to Fluffy Bluff Galaxy, I don't even care about the first star with the stupid cloud flower. Yeah, it's a cool power-up for its time, but looking back, yeah, whatever. I can make clouds. I came here for the monkey. In the Chimp Stomp Challenge, this little guy challenges Mario to stomp on enough enemies to break a score of 10,000. Yes, it's challenging, and it took me a couple of tries, but it's a real breath of fresh air because it's not an actual platforming level like the rest of the game. Can we talk about this stupid ass world map thing? It's linear and ugly. The first game had a system that made it seem less forced, but this game is like a straight line where you have to go from level to level in a set order. Honestly, it's just one of the big downsides for this game compared to its predecessor. Bowser Jr.'s Fiery Flotilla is a great level. It starts with the same basic platforming and dodging enemies and whatnot, and then it throws you straight onto a planet with Bowser Jr.'s pet dragon for an epic boss battle. As you can probably tell from the pattern here, I think one of the best parts about this game is the boss battles. Sure, it's no pioneer in level design for just throwing the user straight into a boss battle, but the boss battles in this game are so unique and challenging. From Gobblegut the Dragon to the Dirt Robot or the Sand Chicken, they're just all sorts of fun. Anyway, you hit the dragon's stomach, then he makes a weird noise with his throat, and then he dies. My personal favorite galaxy out of all the masterpieces in this game would probably have to be Cosmic Cove Galaxy. The stars in this galaxy aren't even that fun to get, but this level is just so relaxing. I'm usually not a huge fan of water levels, but this one is just gorgeous. From watching all the penguins just chill out in the water to listening to the calming music that plays while you're swimming around, it's just perfect. And it's not just a water level. When you make your way to the top of the tower, you can hit this button to freeze the water into an ice level. You can spin your Wii remote around and skate all over the planet. The ice also lets you go to some places that you couldn't have before. This is honestly just such a beauty of a level, it's amazing. Something about Honey Bloom Galaxy just feels like home to me. I love the level design in this galaxy. The rope swinging with the little bees chilling around. Sure, the bee mushroom was in the first game, but it's not a sequel without this little puppy making a comeback. I like how you gotta fly around with the bee costume and stuff. Some of the enemies in this galaxy can only be dodged by flying over them with the bee mushroom. I feel like it's some dime-piece level design to have the level work around the bee mushroom like that. I remember as a kid loving these little bug helicopter things that block you in the level, and I really like how startled they get when you shoot them with the star bit. After all this great platforming, I do find the stars just kind of there though. No real objective at the end of the level. The level just kind of stops. But besides that, I honestly really think this level's it's a classic. It's a real good one. One thing I despise about Super Mario games in general are the stupid f***ing ghost levels. I swear to God, every Mario game has to have some stupid ghost level to ruin the whole flow of the game. And it gets on my f***ing nerves. I don't understand why if the objective to get to different parts of the world map is to get a certain amount of stars, why do I still have to play every level? Why not just make us play every level to unlock the next level then? Because if I could skip a galaxy or two in this game, Haunty Halls will be swept under the rug in a heartbeat, actually. Supermassive Galaxy is a fun little galaxy where everything is huge. This seems to be some kind of a reoccurring theme for Nintendo because I know they've done this before. Honestly, it's a classic galaxy. It's fun to see the different enemies like Goombas and Piranha Plants being so big and having to work your way around them. And I think the secret star in this galaxy is clever with the secret planet and whatnot. The last level I have to mention is the last level of the game itself, Bowser's Galaxy Generator. The first half of this level really puts an effort to bring back the most important power-ups the player encountered throughout the game. It's a perfect final level because it really captures the game into a single level. It's like a quarterly exam at the end of the semester. The level doesn't make sense if you don't play the actual game before it. It's beautiful. After overcoming all of Bowser's obstacles and breaking down the door, we finally meet the King Koopa for ourselves. He gives us some bullshit about how small Mario is and how he's gonna beat us, and the boss battle begins. I mean, honestly, it is a pretty incel type of thing to do what Bowser did in this game. Kidnapping a girl and taking her across the galaxy instead of just like hitting her DMs or something. But one thing I can say I do like about Bowser is how much drip he has. When you really take a deep Discog dive into his outfit, he's got the spiky shell, the red mohawk, and a spiky choker, and he did it before Juice WRLD. So that's mad respect for King Koopa. But anyway, after hitting him 3 times with the asteroids, he loses his Grand Star, shrinks down to normal size, falls into a black hole. The Grand Star falls down to a reachable height. You go up to collect the prize and... Oh no, Bowser, what the heck, dude? That's just not cool. Bowser's back, and better than ever, but honestly, he ain't even that hard, because all you gotta do is shoot some more asteroids at him and he gets folded. Now you just collect your... Nah, I'm just f***ing with you. We go back to the Mario ship, and oh my god, it's Rosalina from the first game. Remember her? The Luma who helps Mario on his trip starts geeking and is like, "Oh Mario, I'll never forget you, no, no, no." And he boom gangs Mario's hat and hits the bricks. And wow, look, it's a happy ending. But we aren't here for happy endings now, are we? We're here to ask the $1 million question.
Which game is better?
A lot of people think that Super Mario Galaxy 2 is better than Super Mario Galaxy 1. And there are some people who think the opposite. After replaying the first game about a year ago on 3D All-Stars and replaying the second game to make this video, I would say the 2 games are just about equal. The first game is beautiful. It has an amazing story, and the second game wouldn't have happened without the first one. And yes, the second game lacks any story or seriousness at all, at least compared to the first one, but in my personal opinion, I believe the levels are just a little bit funner in Galaxy 2. So with all that said, I believe they balance each other out. There's also a post-game. You think Spider-Man PS4 had a good New Game Plus? In Super Mario Galaxy 2, you get to go around the different galaxies, collect all 120 stars, then you can collect all 120 green stars, and then you walk down here and... Ooh! You get to play as the superior Mario brother? Who is your favorite Mario brother? Comment down below. I think it's cool that there's still so much to do after defeating Bowser in this game. Cool puzzles and mysteries, not just a story, like a campaign, you know? For the last however many minutes, you've been listening to me rant about how much I love this video game. And the point of this video is to show how insane I think it is that this game was originally going to be a small upgrade from the original. I just wanted to give some food for thought and think maybe a small idea from you could turn into somebody spending over $50 for a pre-owned video game for someone else. As always, I'm Slurpo Seth. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you later. Oh, and by the way, I drew this little drawing the other day. I thought it was pretty good. Let me know in the comments if you guys think this is a good one. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Slurpo. Seth. Subscribe. Or else.